Every morning I wake up the same way, following my pre-established routine. Monotony became normal to me. Back then, I thought I was content with my life. I always considered myself responsible and disciplined, unlike others in my society who loafed around and spent their days doing nothing productive. I was much more than them. I was earning my place by exercising hard. Every day I cycled on my bike to earn merits. I was hardly sustaining myself, but at least I was maintaining my fitness. I would have never expected something so drastic to start from something so minuscule. There was no reason for things to be different, until that fateful day, when I met a girl. The story starts like every cliché fantasy. I went to the vending machine for lunch. I noticed she was struggling with the machine. Instinctively, I wanted to help her. With a smile, she commented that I was clever. I handed her the item that fatefully brought us together. I took the opportunity to introduce myself. Her name was Abby. What I handed to her was an extremely expensive item, an item out of the ordinary world I was used to. But with a confident yet humble aside, she told me that she had earned it. I was shocked and intrigued. As quickly as things started, she left. And like most encounters with women, that's where things end. I'm just kidding, the story goes on. I caught up to her walking away, and pushed by curiosity, asked more questions to her. I asked her, how can I become more like you? What do you do different? She replied with a smirk that she was a bounty hunter. I blurted out in surprise, whoops, that's not my type. Abby laughed. She told me, if you want something, you have to go and get it, and that you just have to apply yourself and push your own limits. Enthusiastically, she said that she could help me. She brought me to the Mission and Learning Hub, an unfamiliar place to me. Abby half-heartedly joked to me that once I crossed the entryway, I would be reborn. She jested, not to worry and to relax. I didn't need insurance for what she was about to show me. Abby introduced everything to me. We started that day from an information point, where I learned what services were available in the hub. Abby taught me and explained the reason behind the center. Abby narrated to me that after the Great Decline, groups of people began bonding and forming together to preserve their cultural heritage and to develop skills. Automation had rendered people passive, so this countercultural movement of partaking in personal responsibility and development emerged. People wanted to feel empowered and fulfilled, not to just see everything lost to a time past and eventually transferred into museums. She also emphasized the importance of keeping the technology that had liberated us advancing and state-of-the-art. We had to be prepared for natural and artificial disasters. Our liberators could also be our downfall, she warned, if we did not realize their importance. She told me that some people, in preparation of such outcomes, had even begun training their survival skills, practicing handcrafts, hunting, and keeping themselves in physical shape. They were, in essence, keeping a lineage of craftspeople, making sure we could survive. Abby also informed me that there were still some people eager to learn and to satisfy their curiosities. They wanted to solve problems, maintain the system that had liberated and supplied us. They wanted to push the technological boundaries. They were not pleased with stagnation, but always seek development. She concluded saying that all the various traits were still valued and rewarded. After the tour of the hub, we arrived to a digital screen. This, she pointed out, is the Bounty Mission Board. She told me that it has different kinds of tasks, based on learning and problem solving. She recommended to me to choose the basic beginner tasks, such as the cultural immersion, or the exploring and survival learning. In a move to impress her, I said, why don't we just choose the task with the biggest reward? Abby laughed. Abby then invited me to practice and try a cultural immersion task with her. Abby then guided me to acquire the task.